The Reds got a little busy, huh? They've been they did the late January ads, letting the market kind of settle, letting the Dodgers be the Dodgers, and signing everyone and deferring all of the money. Well, the Reds have been efficient. And I'd like to start by talking about Austin Hayes. 1 year, $5 million. Guy's going into his age 29 season. He was an all-star in 2023. Doesn't have a ton of pop. He's a guy who can get on base. He's a guy who can hit doubles, and those doubles can turn into homers at Great American Ballpark. Are we excited for this move, or are we just like, meh?
I feel like I'm forced to be excited about it, but I like it as an addition. I mean, if we're shopping at Ross this offseason, then you can do a lot worse than Austin Hayes.
That is so true. Yeah, dude, this is near the front of the Wayfair outlet. Because I was looking at his best year in 2023, and the numbers are very middling. 54th percentile in barrel percentage with 8.9%. His average exit velocity, he's in the 52nd percentile with 89.4. Like, nothing jumps out where I'm like, man, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he stacked it against the players that we had playing right field last year. I'm sure they'd be a bit better. But, if I'm talking about Hayes in itself of just that move, it's hard to just look at any individual thing besides the Terry Francona edition. Because I think what the Reds did for this offseason, which we've seen them do in the past, is not get the one or two big players that will move the needle, but they went for a plethora and a depth of people.
Yeah.
So in combination with all the other moves, I like this.
Yeah. Jake, what say you?
I like the strategy of adding puzzle pieces for Terry, because he's a manager that can see the full picture. The more moving parts he has, the more success he's going to have. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame manager. He knows how to press the right buttons. And they didn't sign Hayes for a starting job. He's a platoon bat, 400 ABs, and I trust Francona to know how to get the most value out of those 400 ABs.
I agree. He mashes lefties.
Yeah, which is what they needed. Absolutely.
It's exactly what they needed. You have Jake Fraley out there playing against righties, and then lefties, you have Austin Hayes. Yeah. There's your platoon. The reason that 2024 wasn't so great for him is he had a kidney infection. Yeah. Coward. And
drink through it
with Cincy Light.
Yeah, bring your IV bag out there, brother. Come on, man. What are you doing? Act like you've been there before.
Cincy Light cures kidneys. It's a fact. It's a fact that I read on this can once. How will you know? Get a can and find out.
It's a good plug.
Thank you. Just like that IV into my left arm.
Hey.
There we are.
Come on. But no, I mean, so he was off in 2024. I think $5 million for him to see if he can rebound is totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's pocket change in the modern baseball climate.
Yeah, the fact that you can get a platoon guy for that much is great. And that just bumps down Stuart Fairchild.
Yeah. And Austin, he's still in his prime. He's going to want to perform.
That's what I was thinking.
Get a better contract.
From a psychological standpoint, he's coming from being with the Orioles, right? And not being able to kind of showcase his abilities, but going to a team like the Reds where there might be more opportunities for him to get some playing time, that is going to be incentive for him to kind of showcase what he couldn't do necessarily all the time in Baltimore. So I do like that. And, of course, him being able to hit lefties is such a big addition that the Reds didn't have last year coming from the right field.
100%. And another thing that he has that Jake Fraley does not, arm strength. His arm value in 2023 was in the 91st percentile.
There's some nice montages of him, like some nice videos of him like gunning people down. So that's exciting.
Yeah, he can uncork a ball. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's an improvement considering that Jake Fraley since 2022 was the second most run-on outfielder in all of baseball.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's another marginal upgrade.
Yeah.
Which is what Nick Krall is so good at, and it doesn't feel like 2022 all over again. Where I'm like, Will Myers, huh? Maybe,
possibly.
This I feel more comfortable about because he now has healthy kidneys and produced when his kidneys are doing the right thing.
Yeah, he's gonna go on the injury list like later with like a duodenum injury or something like that. Oh, it got me my duodenum.
Yeah, I've got albino vertigo. What is that?
I don't know, man.
I'm seeing white and it's spinning everywhere.
But what you're talking about, like marginal increases. I know marginal isn't a sexy word, but if you look at all the one-run games that were decided on the losing side for the Reds, these marginal increases do have an effect.
100%. And that is why you bring Terry in to manage those situations and to help grow the young team, man. Dude, like, just when you brought up Terry Francona just lingering over all of this gets me horned.
It's the best edition of the offseason, bar none.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, he realistically adds 10 wins just by understanding the game at such a high level.
Yeah.
He is, a genius. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. How often do you get to hire a Hall of Fame manager?
Very
rarely.
Very rarely. And the fact that when he talks about it, he's like, I was just sitting there talking to Nick, and my palms got sweaty. I was like,
I loved it. He's so excited to be back in the dugout. And I just,
I'm
it's
trying
gonna
to think
be
of the
great.
last time we got excited about someone being on the Reds team or any team that wasn't a player.
for me, it was Derek Johnson in 2019.
Oh, yeah?
100%. And it shows, like, especially in the past couple years with this young pitching.
Yeah.
And how they've reshaped the bullpen with him being like, this is targeting what we want. Here it is. Bang. And it has worked.
And developing starters since we can't sign any.
Correct.
Because no one wants to come and pitch in Cincy for too terribly long. So
No, ask Eric Milton about that one. We'll still never understand that signing. A fly ball pitcher at great. That was stupid.
Small ballpark, baby.
Small ballpark.